Hey y'all, welcome or welcome back to the Two Became One podcast. My name is Destiny Williams.
And I'm your co-host, Heavenly. Oh,
That's because he just posted a new
uh,
YouTube video on
yeah,
his Heavenly Kicks page.
I'm your co-host, Cortez Williams.
Wow. Do you need to
No, I'm good.
regroup?
I'm locked in. I'm locked in.
um.
My bad, y'all. I was just reading like comments from my video,
Uh huh.
and people was criticizing me, so I just commented back. You know what I'm saying? Telling the people, you know what I'm saying, I appreciate the criticism. Like, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, regardless of if some people might feel it's good or bad criticism,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate it. I even appreciate them tapping into, you know, say
It's
they
still
concerns,
it's
you know
still
what
a
I'm saying?
view.
You know what I'm saying? And
That
then I
too.
can also be able to, learn from it. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good way to look at it, babe.
So,
Well, hey, and it's always gonna be critics. It's always gonna be critics.
sure like that. You know what I'm saying?
And that's hard. I know that we talked about this before. Like, he's definitely like when it comes to like hate comments and like, cause his platform has grown tremendously like in the last year or two. But anyway, besides the point. And
No,
people,
the comments
the
have changed.
comments, the
Like,
comments have like people are so rude and mean. I'm like, y'all don't even know him. It's to the point to where I had to stop reading the comments because I used to go to his videos and look at the comments like, oh, whatever. But now I can't even look
yeah,
at
like
them
once
because
once I like all the way up to like probably like 12, 10K to like 12K.
subscribers.
Yeah, like people used to like nothing but good comments. Once I got past 10, I started getting like a very few. But now, like every video I drop, like
It's something, but it's always
so
it's
it's
always
like I'm like everybody like I'm complaining. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like it's part of my job to get the best deal.
mhm
Because if I get the best deal, I can give out the best deal. Or you know what I'm
mhm.
saying? Like I'm teaching people how to get the best deal. Like, do you want the best deal, or do you want to always make everybody else, like the other people happy? But
Yeah,
it is what
I
it
mean,
is.
because at the end of the day, you are my husband. He could literally sell you this. Like, I'm just gonna go, but he could literally sell you the shirt off your own. How do I say off your own back? Like,
I'm alright. I ain't that
no,
bad.
like and I believe it's really a gift. Like, one, he's a businessman, but more so, he's a people person, and he can talk to people, and he knows how to talk to people, and in a way to where the other person is leaving like I don't want to say like you scratch their baggies. Like, how does it?
Well,
It doesn't matter
yeah,
anyway. But
I
what I
see
was
what you're
saying
saying.
was he's very good at what he does, and some people don't understand that or don't like it or And even when I didn't know. I'm kind of going off here, but I didn't even know that you could negotiate. Like you don't always have to like go off of what somebody else says. Like, okay, if this is the price,
No,
then
you can negotiate with almost.
you can
You can
negotiate with pretty much.
everything.
Uh,
Don't.
and I didn't know that.
It's
And
very few things in life that you can negotiate. Some things that you can negotiate is something that is very sought after at the time. Like for example, the housing market at one time,
hmm
you couldn't negotiate with the price like when because everybody was buying. So if everybody wants it, you can't negotiate.
mm,
But if nobody wants it, or not everybody wants it, or everybody can't afford it, certain situations, then you can always negotiate. You know what I'm saying? So listen, it's crazy that we're talking about this because I was just talking to two youngsters basically. They was just asking me about business, but I was just talking to them like kind of about life and just letting them know it's like not in a bad way, but like business is about like is equal to leverage. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
Like for example, people want to get a raise at a job.
mm,
You got to have leverage to get a raise at a job. What does that mean? Oh, well, I'm your best salesman. I'm your best employee. When I'm at work, our sales are 10% higher. Like all of
have
the,
something that you bring to the
yes, you
table,
got to have something you bring to the table. So you
right?
got to have leverage. And if you can have leverage with something, right? So like we was talking to a guy today, came to try to sell us solar
hmm
power, right? And he's like telling us the finance or the one that they basically keep, which is not going to cost us any money up front, but it's going to cost us way more money in the long run. You'll save about like $30,000 if you pay for it up front. But then I'm asking him like, what's the best price you can give me? He tell me his price. What's the best price you can give me? He gave me his best price. He took off maybe like another 2,000. But at the end of the day, guess what? If I have cash ready and they want that sale bad enough, I can go down even lower. Or if not, you have to be willing to be able to walk away from things. If you can walk away from things and don't feel like it's a need. Now, like for example, if you had $2 in your pocket and you haven't ate in 6 days, and I tell you I got one French fries, and it's the only French fry you can buy, and I say $2, guess what? You're gonna give me that $2. I'm just being honest.
Mm-hmm.
But if you had $2, but you just ate, and I only had that one fry, but guess what?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else had fries. I'm like, no, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go buy the fry from that dude for 10 cents.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When you have the leverage, you can deter things in your way.
Come on, teach the people.
Not not in a bad way. Like,
yeah, no,
it's
not
like you're not manipulating
yeah.
people. But at the end of the day, one thing people gotta understand is all about what you're willing to give and what somebody's willing to take. And that's just like life in general. Like
Mm-hmm.
when we dealing with a lot of things, you have to be willing to, as we say, walk away, but you got to be willing to give a certain amount because, like for example, you can't go certain places with, like I can't go buy a house with $100. I'm not even in a ballpark.
Especially not even, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So just because I'm willing to give 100 for a house, that doesn't mean I'm gonna get it.
Mm-hmm.
But long as you in that ballpark, or as we say, you on the right aisle. You know what I'm saying? Like you on the right aisle in the grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
You can pick up something off the aisle that you're looking for, and be able to negotiate with people.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything, especially life, besides your faith, everything else is a negotiation.
Come on, bring it in.
No,
No, for real. But I never, and so yeah, babe. But I'll say, I didn't know that's what you was reading. But
and I never read comments.
And you never read comments. That's why I said anyway. But I wanted to say, as you were like saying, like the comments were, which a lot of the times they are, like y'all. I would be like when the hate comments started coming in, I was reporting. I would never I wanted to at one point to like talk back to them, but then I'm like, no, just stop reading them. But anyway, I was thinking of the scripture that Jesus, I can't think, it's in the New Testament, but Jesus saying, if the world hates you, remember that it hated me first. And I was just thinking, even in how you live your life and the things that you do, and like how you live to a standard that most people in your line of work don't live. You know what I mean? Like they're not following Christ. They're not sold out for Christ. You know what I mean? And so, go ahead.
And just as you said that, I was on the phone with Mom earlier, and she was just telling me like, we got to remember that like it's a spiritual battle, like,
right?
So like even though realistically, right, maybe in my line of work or whatever I'm doing, like that person doesn't know that. Like they might not know off rip, like because if they don't know me or anything like that, know off rip like oh this guy serves God and I'm not gonna give him a deal because of that. But like y'all don't understand, like the devil's at work at everything. Like it's a spiritual battle like all the time, 24/7. Like
right.
He's working. Like so many people get used, and I'm not saying because, for example, in my line of work, if somebody don't give me a deal, they're being used by the devil. No, like even when I was telling the guy, I'm like, bro, like it's all love at the end of the day. Like I can go to an event and nobody can sell me a shoe, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then this was one of the reasons why some of the people was upset because they say I was whining or basically like I was just joking. I was like, I hate California. No, the reason why I was frustrated at California is first off, see, that's what I'm saying. So it's way more context than the people get to see on the YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? Like, than people get to see on the video. I don't like, it's not like really dislike California, but California's expensive. Like, when I'm at the events, I gotta pay $6, $7 for water. Like, my goodness, your boy just trying to make sure he stay alive. And then I gotta go try to work out deals and, sometimes I might not get the deals I want. Or You work so, like, people don't understand. You take out a lot of energy. We waking up, barely sleeping. You putting in a lot of work to set up, take stuff down. Then you put in a lot of effort and energy to try to work out a deal with somebody. And for them to say no, like, no, I'm not personally mad at them. They don't have to make a deal with me. But you'd be like, dang, especially when it's something you want.
Yeah.
So, for example, in some people cases, they have the leverage against me because it's certain shoes that they know that I want. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, on the other case, sometimes I have leverage because I know sometimes some other people need to sell shoes. And when you need to sell shoes versus when you want to sell shoes are completely two different things. Because when you need to sell shoes, I have the leverage. When you want to sell shoes, we can have equal leverage or you have the leverage, depending on what it might be. So at the end of the day, I don't really have any issues with people.
Well, no, you don't. But yeah, no, that's true. Like you were saying, it's all spiritual. We don't wrestle against flesh and blood, but against
principalities.
Yeah, and so it's like I already know it's hard for you when you go out there because of the spirit that lives, the Holy Spirit that lives inside of you, and so it's already gonna be some opposition.
They made me feel worse now. Like, but at the same
Don't.
time, like, I'm not really feeling worse, but I'm just saying, like dang, not in not in a way that I feel like I have to please them, but in the way that, like, like, I really like, what I'm saying, to make sure, like, I like, even for example, when we're doing this, like, I want us to be able to make good, solid content, that people can enjoy, like, that we can just be real with them, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're talking about our life problems, but at the same time, I don't want it to be like where you guys feel like, well, in my videos anyway, like I'm taking this stuff personal. Like, none of this stuff is personal at all. But
And that's some that. I'm sorry. But and that's the thing too, because it is very hard. Because I'm not gonna say it's hard, but a lot of people, social media is,
yeah,
well, but anyway, and that's why I really believe you have to have like thick skin. We were talking about this.
most
Like, if
definitely.
you gonna put yourself out there on social media, like, you have to have thick skin and be and don't let the, like, don't let the outside stuff get
Most
to you.
definitely.
Be confident in who you are and know who's and who you are, and and just don't allow it to, like, consume you, or to you start to take on
Yeah, most
that
definitely.
but
Yeah, that identity.
that
Okay,
identity.
I see what you. I see. I'm
But
peeping game.
what was I about to say? But people are very easily offended nowadays. People are easily feel like
Yes.
like you're attacking them personally. Like, people are very, like, always looking for something to pick on, or to
Dang,
to
like,
solo out, or to.
Did you just pick all this stuff out that you was talking about? Like, are you having a counseling session with me or something today?
Well, if that's what you need, baby,
I'm just
that's what we can.
no, but it's crazy because you said that. Like, I got a call earlier today dealing with some other people in business, and like yesterday I was dealing with business, with some of the people I do business with, and I'm just like, like, I be just talking, I'm joking around, having a good time, like, cause some of the stuff that I felt that needed to be done wasn't done at the time, and I was just like. I was like joking, like, how much you guys pay an hour? Like, I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all can pay me, like, not real. I'm not being real, like, oh, I'm about to take their job or anything. And then their boss called me today, like, oh, so I see you talking to my people crazy, like, we don't do our job. I'm like, that it at the end of the day, it is what it is. But like you say, like, having thick skin and being able to, like, and like, back to what we was talking about, I believe even in our previous videos, like, a lot of people are, like, not like you, and understanding, like, how people are, and you just got to understand, like, how to
And we
deal with different
deal
people.
with, and yes, I was just about to say that, like, sometimes we do, which, we do have to be cautious of
Because we
what we
may offend
say or
people.
what we do around certain people.
Yeah.
Like, know your personnel.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I can't really joke with them like that because they're not going to, you know what I'm saying?
I
Because
gotta go apologize.
I know, well,
because
if you feel led to.
what the Lord said, you know what I'm saying? Like,
If you
sometimes
offend your,
like
well, they not your,
even even if you offend somebody, like basically knowingly, you can apologize, and if you don't, like even if you didn't feel like you offended them, but they took it as you
yeah,
offended them,
just.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm the king of that.
But no, definitely, because I know we even talked about this at one point. Like, I didn't really oh, we weren't even married yet, but my husband like was joking. This is like my first time at your, it was a family Thanksgiving or a Christmas, and then I had like already ate before I came over there at my other people's house, and then Cortez just like, this is like my first time meeting all his family and stuff. He like, you don't like they cooking? You say it's nasty? Like, I'm talking about loud. Like, you don't want to eat? Like, you trying to say my family can't cook? Like, he's saying all this stuff. But his family know how he joke. Like, at the time, I'm like, did you really just embarrass me like that? Or like, or not even, and I was just like, I didn't understand it at the time. Like, I wasn't like mad. I'm like, dang, like, they probably really think that I just don't like their food. But praise God, my mindset is different now. It's a whole different thing. And then I also understand how my husband jokes, how he is. And some people, especially if they don't know him, they can take that as, you know, they
Oh
can be
yeah,
offended or.
no,
But then
definitely
again, I don't know. It just really depends. Like, cause it's some people that's easily like looking
for
for
something to be
to
offended
be
about.
offended about,
Yeah,
right? And
but
then there's some people that
I
just
be forgetting sometimes. I just be in like
you just be flowing.
like you know what I'm saying. I just be like trying to have like lighten up moods for people, but at the same time, I feel like I be thinking that you can talk to people and really like give them, what should I say, like nudge them a little bit through laughter.
Mm, like, let them know you playing.
Yeah, like I'm playing, but hey, bro, get your stuff together. You know what I mean? Like,
But then again, like, it's really like, cause you also don't want to stress yourself out by constantly
oh,
like
like
walking
live
on
on
eggshells
eggshells.
around them. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? But
but
still being cautious. Like, okay, I'm probably not gonna say this because I don't even want to go down that
the
road
rival,
of,
yeah, like
cause I already know where it's gonna go.
most definitely. So you learn from. So one thing like we just talk about is like you learn from experience. So
Hmm.
like even dealing with people. So like I know we're talking about like kind of a little bit about us and things like that. But like even with you guys in life, you might, for example, you might deal with a situation. No, well, crazy thing about it is like we was talking last night having our one on one time. You know what I'm saying, husband and wife, like really getting down to the nitty gritty, if you guys know what I'm talking about. But from situations, you have to learn and be able to, first off, be able to adapt, but also be able to improve and knowing, like you say, knowing your person or knowing who you're dealing with. But at the same time, it could also help you in a better in the situation better, because if you know what you're dealing with, then you can know how to carry yourself and carry yourself the right way.
Hmm.
So like we have to be a little bit more personal on this podcast. So yesterday we got to have a chance to have, as I say, wife and husband talk, just about like, and my biggest thing is, guys, like I ain't gonna lie to you guys, like I'm a very dedicated, like working man.
Well, we talked about this
Yes,
before on
but I'm saying to the point of to be able to the things that matter, should I say? Things,
see things from
yes,
somebody else, or
yes,
I don't know.
seeing things from somebody else's perspective, but also things that matter in life. For example, family.
Hmm.
Well, God, family. You know what I'm saying? Like two most important things that in life. Because like I always like the saying that they like. I was watching a video, I think, or somebody told me, it was like, "Hey, bro, like you don't want to have no financial problems. All right, cool. I give you $10 million right now, but you won't wake up tomorrow. Would you
Hmm.
take that $10 million?" 100% of people, well, I say 99% of people, some people, if they just don't care, they're not taking that money. You know what I'm saying? Because you'd rather be here tomorrow. You know what I'm
Then
saying?
you ain't gonna be able to spend that
You
money.
ain't
So
even go,
that's dumb. Like, why would
or if
you?
you just go blow it for one day, you get 124 hours to blow it. You know what I'm saying? But,
Child.
but at the same time, you will lose your life. So as we just
Mm.
figured out right there is, guess what? time is more valuable than money.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So even in my the line of work that I do, I'm very busy, especially with me being the boss of my business.
Yeah.
But at the same time, just realizing that, guess what? Okay, boom. Making sure you're keeping the focus on the right things. Focus on God. Whatever I'm doing, focus on God. But then also making sure I focus on family. So especially for the men out there, like I know we work so hard of trying to, provide a better life for our family, like giving them everything that we want to give them and provide for them. Even the women out there, because I know a lot of working women out there that you guys are doing your thing. Um, Sometimes you guys got to take a step back and be able to take criticism. Dang, I like how we able to round that into it. But you guys have to be able to take criticism. And I was able to sit down with my wife and just hear some of her criticism for me. Not
I
listen
wouldn't
on
say
listen what I'm saying.
criticism.
Well, listen what I'm saying.
But you ask
Yes,
like what is it that
what can I do better? Like, because at the end of the day,
it was a very short list, by the
it's okay. Like, even if it was a long list,
way. Yeah,
like,
yeah.
guys, we're here to improve. We're here to be better. You know what I'm saying?
And
Like, that's the whole point of even this podcast. Like, to be able to give or say something or just give a perspective of ours that can touch one person. And by that, like, we have to be able to take criticism and be able to apply that. Like, for me, like, I never knew that you personally had, uh, that you were feeling like a lack of being able to have any of, like, not necessarily just self time, but excuse me, what is it time, like, or like, for example, like you said, even if it was going to the grocery store on your own or
yeah.
going to the gym for an hour by yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like, having a baby is a lot, you know what I'm saying? Being a mother is a lot. And yes, I have my job and she has her, like, job of taking care of the home, raising our family, but I can help out, you know what I'm saying? Like, I realize, you know what I'm saying? Like, God has built, men differently, and that's just simple as that. And
that is
God
true.
has built us to be able to, you know what I'm saying, be able to take even weight on our shoulders. You know what I'm saying? He built us with broad shoulders. You hear what I'm saying? To be able to stand strong.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was able to learn a lot yesterday.
And even I'm sorry, can I cut you off?
Cut me off.
But even with that, this kind of off topic,
I'm
but
listening.
like I think because you were saying that men and women are built differently.
Yeah.
And something else that I did have to learn in our marriage, because I think I even seen a video about this, but you don't even know what I'm about to say.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying.
But as a woman, my husband won't fully understand like the weight that I carry as a, like, he won't like fully understand the extent of like me being a wife and a mother, but he can try to. We were talking about this. Like, I won't really understand the weight that you carry because it's not meant for me to carry. You know what I mean? And then vice versa, because we were built to do different things. But
yeah, like we both have different jobs, like, and as simple as that. I ain't gonna lie to you, like, God has built us.
yeah, but do you see?
In a
Do
certain,
you,
no,
do you
I get what
understand
you're
what I'm
saying.
trying?
Like,
I can't word it right, but like
basically, like, I don't know, I won't ever know what it is to
well,
have
not
a,
saying
like,
that you can't.
listen,
But, okay.
I will never know what it is to ever have a child. It's just not possible.
But you can always like try to.
Understand.
But you won't. You won't truly like, because
yes,
you.
I won't know
said,
the emotions that you might have after having a child. I won't know the pain that you might go through. I might not.
But you can empathize.
I can empathize.
Because I empathize with you all the time, because like
because you understand.
I can understand it, but I won't truly like know what it feels like to have to be the provider of a family. To have to, I know it's some mothers that have to take on that role.
Yeah.
And have to do that. But in my situation, I'm saying I won't understand what it's like to have to.
Well, we was talking, you know what I'm saying? You do want to go to work, so.
Look, I said this from time to time to help you out, but you said you good, so.
But if you want to go to work, like I told her, listen, I'll put my apron on.
I don't even wear an apron.
Well, I wanna be fully suited for my job. You know what I'm saying? I get my Swiffer mop. I'll be having all the sprays hooked up on my apron like this. And I'll be like,
Cause okay, I know we laugh about this all the time. Like he always say, "Well, if you want to work, you can work." But I was telling him like at a time like where I felt like the work that I was doing wasn't like significant. If that makes sense.
okay.
Like as far as me, like I felt like I needed to bring more to the table. Like I needed to be bringing in extra money to help. That's how I felt
Yeah.
at one point until like I'm God is putting me in this place of like of this way of thinking that what you're doing is important. Like you are.
Like we're a team though. Like that's just like when we got married. Like we talk about becoming one.
Mm-hmm.
Like it ain't no what. Like yes, we gotta both give the effort of serving like the Lord bring. But at the same time, every time I make a dollar, you make a dollar. Every time, like you know what I'm
No,
saying.
yeah, for sure. And
Like so, when it comes to like the pot that we have of like what we're putting into the pot, you know what I'm saying. What if I'm bringing a dollar amount to make sure we pay for our bills, but you're bringing the making sure we eat.
no,
You know what I'm
definitely.
saying? That's just as important because if we don't turn that money into the food, we're gonna starve.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
And the reason why I felt that way is because even when I told people that even in my family that I didn't work, they're like, "Why you don't work?" Like it was like odd to not to be a stay at home mom.
Well, especially in this society.
Yeah, and so I felt like what I was doing wasn't significant. That I was just at home, just taking care of, and but
Us.
that came from like my outside thing. Like when I did talk to people and they did like they said, "Oh, you're a stay at home mom." Like, "Why are you not working? Why don't you want to work?"
Well,
I'm blessed to be in the position to where my husband is able to take care of us. And at first I was like, okay, I need to be doing something. Like I need to be trying to bring more to the table so, I can help him out so he's not stressed out or something. Like, like I just had all this stuff and I was like,
so
well, I just felt like
what
what
are
I
you
was.
saying? Because the woman I prayed for, I said, Lord, let me take care of her. Like it's crazy. Just think about this conversation. When I used
Mm-hmm.
to be in college, high school, listen, all my like associates, as I would say, used to look at me crazy because I'm like, my wife ain't working. Like I'm gonna take care of her. Oh, you crazy? Hey, look, especially one of my guys that what I'm saying I'm pretty close with. He always used to be like, nah, bro, like hey, no, I need my woman working because we gotta both bring in that money. Listen, one thing I know and one thing is for sure. God's favor
Mm-hmm.
is better than any amount of money that you can, So if I feel like this is the way that the Lord will have me to have my family, like I feel like it's way more beneficial of what you're doing now than if you was bringing in just say what 100,000 or even $60,000 every year. But then when it's time for us both to get home,
We both be
you know what I'm
burnt
saying?
out and.
Or when it's time for stuff to get done, like all you doing is like, and there's nothing wrong for the people. Listen, don't get it twisted. We're not saying like people who do have dual uh, income
Household.
household, like, oh, you guys are doing it wrong. No, we're just blessed and telling you like our situation and how we're going about things. But at the same time, this is something like I pray for. And one thing, especially even when talking to mom earlier, is like I just started to remember like a lot of things that I pray for, like the Lord has granted me.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Praise God. Cause like I say this, let me backtrack. But like even with cause I didn't plan on this being my life. And what's crazy is like why I think it's such like cause I know a lot of women that have prayed for their husband. I think I talked about this before on here.
Mm,
I didn't think I was gonna be married. I did talk about that.
I don't know. I don't
Anyway,
think so.
I
No,
didn't think I was gonna be married, so I didn't like pray that prayer. But my husband prayed that prayer of having a wife, and I just think that's anyway. But I
no.
had planned on going to physical therapy school, being a physical therapist and all that. And then once I got but even in that, when I was planning to become, I did like learning about the anatomy of the human body and learning about uh anatomy, physiology, biology, chemistry. Like I enjoyed all those things leading up to even preparing to go to physical therapy school. But my heart was never in it. You know what I mean? I just felt like this is something like this is a good job. It's stable, makes good money, and then people will be like really, this is my people will be proud of me for having this type of job. And so I felt like this is what I needed to be doing because this is what was deemed, I don't want to say acceptable, but like
I get what you're saying though.
I don't know how to, y'all. The Lord is helping me because I be with words trying to formulate my thoughts. It be hard, but I'm getting better in Jesus' name. But anyway, I didn't. So I planned on doing that. But when the Lord, when the Lord has a plan for your life, like I could have never even look by my senior year of college. That second semester is when you proposed, or was it the first?
No, I proposed
It was in December.
December.
So that was the second semester. I didn't.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I wasn't even.
Dang. Yeah. No, that's true. I was thinking about when like I decided, decided that I was gonna marry you. My bad.
We'll talk about that later. But what was I about to say?
No, that was December. Before you went to your second semester.
Oh yeah, but I wasn't even like. I really didn't even have a desire at that point to even go to physical therapy school. Like it just I never really had it, but like just the idea of like, okay, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, like to even, that desire just left me, especially once I you proposed and all that, and like it just felt like this, cause like.
So did you even know?
That you was gonna propose?
Yeah.
Okay, we on a whole nother story now.
I just want to ask though, since
Did I? No, no, I did not know. I did not know. I thought like I was gonna, cause the plan was to still like, okay, I'm gonna have like a backup plan of like going to physical therapy school, so I can like not saying a backup plan like we was gonna break up or anything, but like a backup plan like just in case we need to. Because at the time, you didn't even you did you start having the kicks already?
yeah.
Yeah, you did. And then, but I was never thinking like I'm a be a stay at home wife, but I know that I didn't want to do physical therapy
But
anymore.
you didn't even answer my question.
I'm sorry, babe. I was trying to get to my.
I got you. Okay, no.
Okay,
Finish.
never mind.
No, I get what you're saying.
I feel like we kind of babbling on this podcast, but it's okay. But I did not know. I did not know because he was like, baby, you gonna go get your nails done? And I was like, nah, I'm good. I think they. He's like, no, baby, like you can go get your. Still, nothing's clicking. I'm like, okay, he just want to treat me to get my nails done.
No, but I'm just saying, like, so for example.
I know what you're asking.
No. I'm just saying, like, so since you didn't know, like, what was your, like.
Are you talking about the day of?
No, not just the day of. I'm talking about, so you didn't know I was about to propose then, like, what was your plan, or what did you think, like, the process for us was, like, which route was we going, like.
I just thought after we graduated college, or after I graduated, because you already graduated.
Yeah.
After I graduated college, like, we was gonna be chill, like, and you were gonna propose, like, maybe that summer.
Gotcha.
Like, but I wasn't thinking, like, we was gonna wait. Because I feel like we talked about that, like, that was kind of the.
I ain't gonna lie to you, we had a lot happen in that year. Was that 2021? Mm-hmm. No. I proposed to you. Yeah.
I graduated 2021, yeah.
Yeah.
Got engaged in December, and then I had said I was gonna be one of those. I was gonna be one of those. I did not want to wait. I did not want to wait a whole year to get married. And the people that do, more power to you. But I know for me, I didn't want no big wedding. I didn't want like
Yeah.
I just wanted to be married, like, cause
Dang, that was
I didn't care.
December.
I wanted a small wedding so I could have a nice honeymoon. Like that was that was my thought process. And so I was just like, look, we're not gonna have, and then we're not gonna have any time. Like there's no reason for us to draw it out for a whole year if we know that we want to be married. And so I was like, I graduated in May. We're gonna have our wedding in June, that first weekend. And that's how.
That's crazy. We had proposal, house, marriage, like honeymoon, baby. Like we had like 6 major events.
Look, we was sending people back to back, back to back. They're like, dang, you pregnant already? But
It wasn't, but it wasn't even like that fast.
it
It was
wasn't
still
that
like 3
fast,
months.
but it was still, babe.
Some
We
people,
got married
some,
in
June.
June, July, August, September. I found out I was pregnant in October.
But okay, yeah, but some people be like pregnant after the first night honeymoon. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. So we don't have a honeymoon baby.
Oh.
But anyway, um, but yeah, what was what did you ask me? Oh yeah, so I didn't know. I didn't know
Like,
how was.
that's crazy. That was my first time. Like I didn't even know like I thought you was like, oh, I didn't know it was that day, but I knew it like some women feel like they already know like, oh, it's coming up.
Like I knew it was soon, but I didn't know you was gonna propose to me while I was still in school.
Got you.
And like I was like,
so I
wow,
hit
is
you.
this really happening? Like, and then it still was not clicking to me. Like on that day, my mom and Big Mama showed up to your house with
Yeah.
and I'm like, what they doing here? I was happy to see. I'm like, hey
I'm
y'all. It still did not click.
like I ain't gonna lie to you guys. Like I'm really him when it comes to them surprises.
Or maybe I'm just
No, like I'm really good when it comes to them surprises. I make sure I keep people on their toes at all times. She ain't know what was going on.
and yeah. So yeah, I didn't. Oh, but I wanted to say this.
Yeah.
What I meant by like I was still I'm going back to school, but I was still in the process of like I was like I'm gonna just apply to physical therapy school just in case I have to like come up with this amount of I don't know. I'm thinking like I'm gonna go to school for like 3 or 4 years because I was even looking at physical therapy schools like in Galveston and Houston because I didn't want to go far because I knew that we were gonna be getting married soon. I just didn't know when. You know what I mean? And so I wanted to backtrack on that because when I said backup plan, that sounds very bad.
Because I'm not even gonna lie to you. If you would have went to school, yeah, she would have had to work. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
Yeah.
If you would have got more debt.
And that's what I'm saying. That's another reason why I didn't want to. Because I'm like, dang, 3 or 4 more years of school, and I'm gonna be like $100,000 in debt again. Plus, ooh, mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm.
I'm telling you guys, it's crazy. Like we have like so many stories we could tell you, but like even when it goes to like, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all brothers out here, before you marry them, figure out what their credit score and their debt is. You know what I'm saying?
First of all, my credit score wasn't bad.
It was not bad.
It was not bad.
Ooh, we thank you.
But the school, like, look, I be saying all the time, I'm like, Lord, if I would have known I was gonna be a stay-at-home wife and mother, I wouldn't have even gone to school. But then again, I met my husband at college, so
like even for example, like
it was a reason for everything.
I don't even exactly do like the job that my degree is intended for is
It's
like
a business degree though.
Yeah, but still at the same time, like it was like for a specific field in business that I'm not like technically doing per se. Like I could have still been doing my business without school, like the business that I run.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like going to college, you learn a lot. You know what I'm saying? You learn first off how to be out on your own, be like learning how to become an adult. You learn to meet new people, like the connections you make at college. You know what I'm saying? Like, would I even be selling shoes if I didn't go to college? Like I really found out about shoes. You know what I'm saying? In college.
Mm-hmm.
Like.
So everything has a plan and a purpose, like.
Yeah, and I'm not saying college has to be your route. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying.
But I'm saying for us, like, one, if I didn't go to college, we never would have met.
Yeah. But God is one thing we can say is God is always in control.
Yes.
Even hey, like I'm telling you, that's a master planner right there.
Yeah. Because even, I think we talked about this in another podcast too, but even when you think your life is going one way and God's like, you don't even know. You don't even
you don't even know
know.
what's about to happen. So
Like,
no,
and
that's
he did exceedingly abundantly above all I could even ask or think. Like, I could have never imagined that my life would be this way.
wow.
So,
I thought you thought it was gonna be better, but you gotta settle with me.
boy,
I'm
it's
just
life. But no, I'm talking about exceedingly abundantly above. When he said that, he meant that. Like,
mm,
if God, look,
tell me
he's
about
a
it,
man
y'all.
of his word.
What?
But yeah, so we probably gonna end it here. I don't even know what I'm gonna title this. It's probably just gonna be listen to us babble, because that's what I don't know.
Hey, but
I just feel like we were just talking and
no, we.
blabbing on here. But
I really just enjoy this. The biggest thing, especially about this podcast, that like I was talking to one of the guys I met up with today. He has like a podcast about shoes, and I was telling him like, yeah, me and my wife started a podcast, and I said like the best thing is just to be able to, do something with my wife, to be able to, what I'm saying, us have something together.
yeah,
It's nothing like crazy. Oh, what I'm saying, me and my wife, um, started this foundation or something like that as of yet, but just something that we can just be able to give you guys a little insight on our
yeah,
lives and like things that we're going through and like kind of how God works and
yeah.
psh, like I ain't gonna lie to you, he been really like talking to me a lot lately.
Oh,
Like
come on, praise God.
no, like I'm like not even joking. Like
Yeah,
even or I've been getting like a lot of criticism per se. I say it isn't criticism, but like not even necessarily in a bad way. Like my mom even like not necessarily checked me today, but she's like, it's a spiritual warfare out there. Like, hey, go pray for what you want. You know what I'm saying? Like God gonna honor for you always like for you doing right. Like go pray for what you want. You know what I'm
the
saying? Like,
prayers of the righteous avail it much.
yeah, and like even dealing with other people that like associates that have been in like that I've done business with and like when God been telling me like to pick up the phone to call people, like I've been picking up the phone to call them. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's what's on my like that's what God put on my heart to tell you. Like regardless of the repercussions now, like as I told you guys in one of the videos, what we say, what we say, what was it saying? It wasn't just do it. It was like,
Take the risk.
huh? Oh, take the risk. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know why I
No.
whispered.
Yeah. But like take the risk. So I'm just take the risk in like so many different aspects of life, and that's what I want to do. Like was I talking to mom today? Oh yeah, I was talking to mom again about. But like right
Yeah.
now, like business is like slow. But like I have ideas. Like I have things that like, oh, this can work for us. Like we can do this, we can do that. But like I can't be afraid of the unknown.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's life. Whatever like come what may.
Come on. Come with me.
Like it's life, we gotta take risks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes we might have to do the hard things in life that we might not want to do. But at the same time, just because, as we say, we're afraid or fearful of what might happen, but we can't allow that to dictate what God might have for us.
Because at the end of the day, like you said, God is in control. We don't have
Most definitely,
like
like when I'm telling you,
control.
like God is everything for me. I was in one of my Bible class Zoom calls, and it was like basically like what is God for you, or like, and my biggest thing was like he's an example. But besides that, like he's everything for me. Like God literally always come through. Like he's never failing. Like he's not doing none of that. Like not in his vocabulary, not in his dictionary. I don't even know if he know where that word came from. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just not in him. Like, and for me, I was just saying like he's everything. Like I remember even when we took like I took the risk. Like I ain't gonna lie to you guys. Like I don't even know how we sitting in this house right now.
Mm.
You know what the crazy thing about it is? The numbers that I did to feel that I thought like I would could be able to afford this house were horrible numbers. Very horrible. Like very bad numbers. Um, But at the same time, I was like, oh yeah, I can do that. I told my mom, oh yeah, I can do that. But just even in my faith and like not even like God just take care of us. Simple as that. Even where we are right now, like taking a risk, like I'm like, you know what? Listen, Lord, I ain't got nothing yet. I ain't really rocking and rolling. But I'm gonna go ahead and marry her, you know what I'm saying? Because I need to do what's right. Like if you guys can ask my parents when I went to go pick out the ring.
Oh yeah.
Why are you whispering?
Oh.
But like when it was time for them to go pick out the ring, that's probably the biggest purchase I've ever made in my life on something that was mine that wasn't business related.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what am I doing? It's way too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it wasn't nothing crazy, but at the same time, I'm like I was thinking about a million ways I could have used that money somewhere else. But at the same time, take the risk and gotta reward you. And we're gonna keep taking risks, y'all.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep thriving. We're gonna keep grinding. We're gonna keep serving God 24/7. Um, so we appreciate all you guys' love and support as always. Like if you guys don't understand, we really do appreciate it more than we can even say. But wifey, you got women's conference this weekend?
Yes.
So
come. I'm about to tell them come with expectancy.
no, most definitely.
But no, I'm going with the expectancy that God is getting ready to move like never before, and so.
No, he really gonna
And I'm gonna be leaving the baby here, so I can receive. Because normally when I'm not gonna go into a whole nother thing, but it'd be kind of hard because I be having to like be in the hallway with her because she she in this stage now to like where she's like busy. And she's like, I'm not sitting down. It's too much to see.
Yeah,
I got
and too much to do.
Yeah.
No, but most definitely, you know what I'm saying? Hey,
So,
Pop's gonna hold it down. That's just what we do.
So in our next podcast, we gonna. I mean, he's been with Courtney from. He's watched. I'm saying I don't want to say watch because at the end of the day, that you're her dad. Yeah. So. But he's kept Courtney for a long period of time. But like, I feel like this is gonna be different because she's like in a different stage.
Yeah.
In her I don't want to say infancy, in her babyhood.
Yeah. So we gonna see how it roll, but she be cooling when she with daddy.
She do. I'm like, why don't you act like this with me, but you act like this with your dad?
She be cooling.
She be chill.
And we be cooling.
Like I'm like, no, babe. She look almost like she was just doing the flip off the wall. Yeah.
She be cooling with me. She already know how I roll. We're gonna be good. We told mama, listen, we good. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But appreciate you guys once again. Stay tuned. Make sure you guys like, comment, and
subscribe
to the channel. Please keep leaving us comments. As always, ain't too much more to say. Yeah. But we love you, and guess what? So do God.
Come on. Okay.
I'm here.